welcome to the show. I'm your humble host, G Money. I'm about to bring my man up on the stage. T Know It All, T Know It Many, T Know he got to explain what happened this weekend, so we got to figure that out. One second, T, go ahead.
What's up? What's up? Man, this weekend was rough around the NFL.
Oh yeah, man. A lot of people lost a lot of money this weekend. A lot of people was a little bit pissed about some parlays they had. Not gonna mention anybody's name on that game against my Giants. It was a little bit, calls made in Vegas on that last little fourth down they had.
So I haven't seen any games all weekend.
What's that?
I didn't see any games all weekend.
Oh, that's right. You were. I thought you were at one of the games.
I was at Thursday night. Tobacco.
We're going to get into that debacle game. 512-539-0686. Holla at your boys if you want to be part of the show. G Money running the thing. T Know It All. T Know He Right. He's backing me up on the mic tonight. So T, let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to go through these games real quick. But we know we're gonna hone in on our own team. So let's skip over our own team to go over some games. Then the Monday night game. Then we'll talk about our teams, and then we'll talk about the Monday night game. So let's talk about Jacksonville and Buffalo. Jacksonville beat Buffalo 25-20. What surprised you about this game besides the score?
Nothing.
So
Because Jacksonville can do it. Jacksonville they were built to beat Buffalo.
How so? Explain.
I mean, that's how they structured the roster.
Okay.
I mean, if you look at the roster, they are wide receiver heavy.
True.
Decent running back.
Oh, decent. They got decent running back. Yeah.
And a good back four defense.
This is true. Allen showed up in that game big time. But to me, Jacksonville just looked like they were the more well-rested team in this. I mean, if you look from the beginning of it, when they started the game, they didn't have to travel to London. They were already there. They played two London games in a row, right? So they were already there. They didn't have to deal with the travel. But take travel out of it. I mean,
at the hometown for Jacksonville, though.
Calvin Ridley. That's a great pickup for him.
Yeah.
Calvin Ridley.
He's come into his own. He's proven what we already knew.
Okay, wifey's already getting on me about this. Am I going to mention some names? They need to replace the New York Giants QB DJ. We know. We already are well aware of that. We are well aware of that. But, Calvin really was a great pickup. But the running game and the timely passing of Trevor Lawrence was pretty good. I mean, Trevor Lawrence had a bad game the previous week, but, I mean, they stepped back. And they regrouped. And I think it has to deal with the travel because it's the same team that was in London last week versus this one.
I mean, Trevor Lawrence is the truth.
Yep.
Calvin Ridley is. We knew he was already good.
Yeah.
I mean, Calvin Ridley, Christian Kirk, Evan Ingram.
Woo.
All
these cast-offs of different teams.
That roster is built. I mean, what's Travis's last name? Travis,
I forgot his name.
Eton or whatever his name is.
Oh, Travis Etienne?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Etienne. Yeah, Etienne is... And the cool thing about it is he has a rapport with the quarterback because that was his running back in college. How awesome is that for him? That rapport is already there. They know each other. They've been doing it for a while, so... Think about that.
And then you got a good defense there.
So what did Buffalo or what didn't Buffalo do, in my opinion, to win this game?
Buffalo doesn't have a running game.
It was something defensively or running game.
I mean, Buffalo got 29 yards on 14 carries.
That's not good. And Cook is
James
pretty
Cook
good.
was negative 4 yards on 5 carries.
And
He's just starting running
that was
back.
alarming to me. And that tells me that Jacksonville defense bottled him up. And that defensive line actually, you know.
I mean, he really hasn't done anything all season, except when he played us.
True.
I mean, they're really a two-trick pony between Diggs and Davis.
Knox, right? Oh, no, we're talking about Davis. Gabe Davis.
Yep, Gabe Davis.
And Knox and Dawson Knox, yeah.
Yep.
So they do need to develop. I think their defense let them down. I mean, once Matt Milano went out, though, Matt Milano he was a real catalyst for that defense. Once he went out, what looks like a season-ending injury. Well, let's hope it's not career-ending.
Yeah, but what's his name comes back?
Von Miller. He did come back that game.
He played?
Yeah, he played, but he got a sack, I believe, or half a sack. But he wasn't the Von Miller. You're not getting the Broncos Von Miller. You know what I mean?
Nah, give him a couple weeks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think he needs to get himself back in football shape. He's in shape, but he's not in football banging shape. So.
I thought he wasn't coming back until he played Joel.
Yeah, that game surprised me right there. The next game on the docket is Houston, Atlanta. Tell you the truth, I didn't even watch this game. I picked Houston to win just because I don't believe in Ritter, their quarterback. Atlanta won 21-19. You have anything to discuss about that game?
Ritter's not what it is. And Jones' why they're sticking with Ritter is because he's young.
Yep.
And the coach is not worried about his job. But you also don't want to bring in Taylor.
Because he'll take his job.
Because he'll take his job.
He'll take his job. They got Taylor Heineke over there, right?
Yep, but they got to do something because Kyle Pitts hasn't had a 100-yard game since I think week 2 when he first got drafted.
Exactly. And if we look at him, I mean, his contract should be, his contract's up on the horizon. It's out there in the ether. You know what I mean? He's a first-round draft pick. They get him for 4 years, locked in. Actually, he was a number 4 draft pick, so that's pretty high. So they got him for a 5th-year option. So there's a lot of things he has to play up to some expectations, and I think Taylor Heineke would be perfect for him. But like you said, the owner doesn't want to, he doesn't want to, put in Taylor Heineke. I think it's a money issue. If he plays a certain amount, you got to pay him that money. And a backup making more than your starter.
His contract is like $30 million incentive-wise.
And that's what I'm saying, because if he fills those incentives by playing, then you got to pay him. And if he's playing good, you got to justify why you taking him out. It's because of money. You don't.
But you got to do something because you got to pay Cordell Patterson.
Mm-hmm.
You got to feed him.
Mm-hmm.
Bijan Robinson. Kyle Pitts. Drake
London.
Matt Hollins.
Yep.
I mean, these guys don't want the ball.
Exactly. And I think they need a set off tight end. They need one more tight end. I don't think they have. I think Austin Hooper's gone. I believe so, but they need a tight end, thick tight end.
I mean, you got Cordell Patterson.
Like Cordell Patterson, this guy is an Army switchblade.
But you got to stop giving him the ball in the backfield.
Yeah,
and you guys got to use him as a wide receiver tight end.
Yes, let him be wide receiver tight end. They're gonna take some lives off his career by putting him in the backfield. But when he's your most positive runner, how do you not? Sometimes but you got Bijan for that, so I don't see why.
But they've been going away from giving him the ball this year in the backfield because he wants to get paid.
Yeah, he wants to get paid. If that's probably why they don't want to get him paid like a wide receiver.
Yeah.
Pay him like a running back or a scat back or somebody like that. But the next game I want to talk about is a game I knew this team was going to come out and blow up. Carolina Panthers versus the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions, man, let me tell you something. They are not to be played with. They are not to be messed around with. They got a rookie tight end, Sam Laporta. They got Jared Goff. They have a running game. They have a defense. They have a coach that is freaking a 6-piston end. I mean, he is crazy. this organization, I mean, shit, they've been drafting first for like the last 20 years. They should have gotten it right. But I mean, what do you think about the Detroit Lions? I'm not gonna condemn the Carolina Panthers. First year quarterback, some injuries. He don't have a really good receiving core. His tight end is okay. Tremble from old Notre Dame squad. But there's a lot of things missing. But Detroit
Carolina has no running back. When your rookie
really
quarterback is 25 for 41 for 247 yards, 3 TDs, and 2 picks. Those are numbers of rookies to be putting up.
He's a rookie. Those are rookie stats.
Not when your running game puts up 23 carries for 99 yards. Collectively.
You got to collectively. That's not good.
And that even has the Andy Dalton running there.
That's not good. That is not good.
I mean, you got Adam Thielen, who's only 100-yard receiver. You got DJ Clark.
Thielen is a dinosaur. I'm not gonna lie. That was something that they brought him in probably to help with the wide receiving core and help them get where they need to be. But he's a dinosaur, man.
Yeah, but you got Hayden Hurst.
And they didn't even play him that much. He got like 5 catches for like his stats were abysmal.
3 catches, 21 yards.
Yeah, they could have used him. So yeah, that was really abysmal to me. I mean, that team is where they need to be right now. I mean, I think they're way ahead of where they're scheduled. The quarterback's getting basically baptized by fire. Excuse me, now in the NFL.
Detroit has a killer wide receiving core.
Exactly. And that's through good drafts. Good draft, and their offensive line blocks for them. Did you see Montgomery running? I mean, he was a beast. That's a Bears cast-off guy right
there. He was 19 for 109. He averaged almost 6 yards.
He was killing it. But it's really sad when you can say Adam Thielen, who's like 28, 30 years old, is like your leading receiver. He's 11 receptions, 107 yards. Where's DJ Chark at? Where's Jonathan Mingo? I mean, shit, Miles Sanders ain't even play. He came from Philly.
Miles played.
He ain't put up no stats.
7 carries for 32 yards.
That ain't no stats. Shoot, I could do that. Anyway, so what surprised you about this game? And
that the Carolina got 24 points.
That Carolina, that's what I looked at. I looked at Carolina scoring 24 points. Was it in garbage time? Still, they scored. You know what I mean? Points in the NFL at the score. And despite the fact that Bryce Young had 2 interceptions, he threw for 3 touchdowns. I mean, he threw the ball 41 times. I mean,
that's too many.
They do need to break that up a bit. He don't need to be throwing the ball 41 times as a rookie. That's a lot. He need to be like 25 times. You know what I mean?
That's you're behind when you lose the game plan.
But that's probably why he had to throw so much, because they were so far behind.
I mean, I don't think they were really running the ball, though. I mean, they haven't had a running game. You brought Miles Sanders in, who's not going to fit the system.
That was just to me, because you're right, he don't fit the system. That to me was more of a fan pleasing type of thing. So yeah, I don't think that signing was good. I think they got ripped off by the Eagles yet again. The Eagles blossomed, pushed that draft pick they got into something spectacular. I think they could have got a serviceable running back to fill that spot instead of them. But this game, to me, I didn't like I said, I picked Detroit all the way. I thought the score was going to be closer, but hey, they beat them by 18 points. More power to them. This game surprised me here. And let me tell you, the Indianapolis and Tennessee Titan game. I am tired of hearing about Ryan Tannehill. This guy cannot play the quarterback position the way everybody thinks he can. Ryan Tannehill is not a. He was 23 for 34, 264 yards, no touchdowns, 1 interception. Okay, his stats. Now look at the. Let me do the math.
See, here's the problem. You brought D-Hop in to an offense that relies on Derrick Henry. And they're trying to get away from Derrick Henry, but that offense is built to run the ball.
He was like 95% throwing the ball. 40, he's like 95%.
You know, when Derrick Henry only has 13 carries for 43 yards.
43 yards. There's no way he should be able to fall for 3.31 yards. Am I correct?
You're not going to win.
You're not going to win. And that's the reason why I say that Ryan Tannehill is not the answer. Imagine you put a guy like let's say what's his name from the Rams? What's his name from the Rams? The quarterback.
Matt Stafford.
You put a Matt Stafford with a guy like Derrick Henry. You know how scared. Nobody is scared of Ryan Tannehill's arm. His arm.
I mean, D-Hop had. He was thrown at 11 times, 8 receptions for 140 yards.
I don't know. Did he get a touchdown?
No touchdown.
So you know what that tells me? That tells me a lot of slants, a lot of outs, and some prayers.
He was averaging 17.5 yards, and his longest completion was 36 yards.
To me, slants, outs, and prayers, that's slop. That's basically what they was throwing at him. Slop.
I mean, how much of that 264 was yak for Ryan Tannehill?
Exactly. So you got to think about that. That's what's disguising his stats. And to me, I don't think he's a good leader, man. I mean, there's something that you could say when you see somebody on the field. You could say, like, man, like I could say Andrew Luck, he's a good leader. Hey, this, that, and it's not just pointing, it's putting people in position, do what you got to do. People like Tom Brady comes to mind. You know, who was it? One of the Peyton Manning. Leaders like that. Ryan Tannehill doesn't fall into that realm. He's one of the guys that's been in this league a long time and making a lot of money. I just don't think he fits that scheme anymore. I don't think he fits that team anymore. And they need to bring in a quarterback that's going to scare the defense with his arm.
They got three. They got two.
Well, he got Willis on there. He just don't. I don't think Willis understands English. I don't know if he can read. So whatever he's doing over there, I'm sorry, but the man can't. He's not. That's the only reason Ryan Tannehill is in front of him. Ryan Tannehill knows the offense. He just doesn't have the talent to get it to his players.
But
now,
you got the rookie too.
Imagine if he pulled the get out and got in Willis's body and was able to produce all that. He can do that stuff. You know what I mean? But he can't do it. He's not athletic enough to pull this off. And when everybody knows it on the other side, I'm just speaking the truth, man. Everybody knows it on the other side. Okay, we know when you run, if you run a run pass option with Derrick Henry and Ryan Tannehill, 99.999999999% of the time, Derrick Henry's getting the ball.
Oh, it's 100%.
100%. He said both the 0.000001. Because Ryan Tannehill, he ain't gonna do nothing with it. I look at him as a journeyman quarterback that lucked into some contracts, sort of like a Kirk Cousins.
I'm gonna lead you into another game.
Okay, go ahead. You pick the game. You pick your game.
So the quarterback that should be in Tennessee needs to leave dislocation.
Baltimore.
Nope.
Okay.
New England.
You talking about Mac Jones?
Not Jones, because Jones, his career is dead.
When you get benched 3 times in one season or whatever, twice,
Belichick has killed his career.
yeah, nobody wants you to kill this
Zappy.
Zappy, Bailey Zappy.
Zappy should be in Tennessee.
Who's the backups in Tennessee right now?
The rookie from
What's his name? You're
Kentucky.
Right, the rookie.
Levis.
Levis. Why is it Levis in there? He probably doesn't know the game.
I think that system is very complicated.
Well, come on, man. Let me tell you something. I'm tired of this. When they say complicated systems, okay, you have guys in the NFL or people that come out of college, right? And a team knows how to cater their offense to that particular.
They do, but look who the coach is in Tennessee.
Why are they trying to fit a square peg in a round hole so badly?
Where'd he come from?
Will Levis? Kentucky?
No, Tennessee's coach.
He came from Belichick.
Exactly.
That's why you're looking at Zappy. But Belichick don't give up Zappy unless they give up some collateral.
Belichick, he need to be fired.
Yo, you can't fire that dude, man. I'm gonna tell you right now. That is one man that's unfireable. What you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to say he wants to take a break or leave of absence, focus on family, and then he's gonna have to say something like, "Hey, I want to retire for right now and think about football."
He needs to say something. He needs to say something. They fired Parcells.
But Parcells what had two Super Bowls at that time? This dude got 6, man. You can't fire that dude.
They fired Lombardi.
Who?
Lombardi.
Yeah, they fired Lombardi. I mean, still, those times have changed. Right now, they have no social media back then and stuff like that. Imagine firing Lombardi right now in this time and age. Dallas Cowboys are on the cusp of that backfire when they fired Tom Landry. They almost got caught up in that windstorm. Imagine there was more media hype around it. You fired Tom Landry. He's the hat guy. You know what I'm saying? You can't fire the hat.
You can't lose 34-0 to the Saints.
Exactly. But that's on him.
You can't have a defensive coordinator.
This is the problem with Belichick. Let me tell you. The problem with Belichick is this. He's been wearing 2 hats for too long. He's always thinking about robbing from Peter to pay Paul because he's the GM. He's got to keep the price down, which he knows the price is going up and talent is going up. So he has to weigh that. Now, he can't do that anymore. The talent level is too low. And he's just getting cast-offs from people.
Well, he's the offensive coordinator, too. He's calling the offensive plays.
But this is the thing. If you call the offensive plays for, Joe Montana, Jerry Rice, Roger Craig, some other people on offense, but now you're calling it for Bubby Brister. You know what I'm saying?
He's still calling plays like he got Tom Brady, Malcolm, Gronk.
But you got to understand.
Bruce.
You got to understand where he's coming from.
And he forgot. He forgot. He got lettuce and tomato.
He's a 6-time Super Bowl championship head coach. His system has been working for over 20 years. Okay? It's hard to break out of that system, but also, like I said, he's also the GM, which he's killing himself with his own. He wants to save money, but on the other hand, he has to get players.
So
they don't have the players.
I'll give it to Belichick for one reason.
Okay.
If Belichick would have stayed in Cleveland, he was going to have a championship.
No, my goodness. Come on. Oh, you don't know a lot about that team. Say that.
He was on the cusp.
If he was
on the cusp of bringing a championship to Cleveland.
I don't know.
When he got fired, look at that team he had.
All right. If you believe that, I'll sell you some ketchup.
They were there. Remember they were in the AFC title game.
686. Holla at us. Let us know if you think that Belichick would have won a Super Bowl in Cleveland. Because apparently, Terrence thinks it's. Oh my God, Terrence. I'm gonna go to all right, Terrence. So that was the game you want to talk about? Is that the game you want to talk about?
Yeah. I mean, Belichick, it's time for him to go.
All right. The next game I want to. Oh, that was the New Orleans game. A bagel is no joke. There's a lot to be talked about. But this next game I want to talk about, and you give me your opinion. I'm going to put something out there in the ether. Baltimore 10, Pittsburgh 17. This game made me so upset with the fact that Lamar Jackson is doing, how can I put it? What will my son tell me right now?
Hold on before we start.
Yeah, go ahead.
Belichick's last year in Cleveland was 94.
Okay.
He was 11-5.
Yeah, but he knew what the owner wasn't going to do, man. The owner wasn't going to pony up no money. Keep players. He knew free agency was going to kill them.
It was the only season back then that the Browns were in the playoffs.
And that was Art Shell. They would have actually been the Baltimore Ravens during that time if he'd have win. They would have been the Baltimore Ravens if he'd have been there.
But go ahead. Let's go back to the Baltimore game.
Hey. All right, well, check it out. So, all right, this Baltimore game. Baltimore 10, Pittsburgh 17. This game was so much in the hands of Baltimore. I was watching this game. All I could see was mistake after mistake after mistake. Lamar Jackson has a problem, and it's called Superman disease. He tries to put on a cape in every instance, right? However, I got to back him up this time because he threw some balls that Bateman, Aguilar, they just blatantly dropped. You dropping touchdowns. Beckham ain't even show up. He was 2 for 13. Aguilar 4 for 64. Mark Andrews ain't even show up for him. He was 6 for 65. Rookie Zay Flowers led all people with 5 catches for 73 yards. No touchdowns between them. Justice Hill, running back, had the only touchdown. Explain to me this. Why is a team full of so much talent play so mediocre, and throw out the fact that they're in the same division because they had this game under wraps?
So before I hit that note and talk about coaching,
okay,
the wide receivers were 22 of 38.
They was thrown to 38 times, only caught 22 passes?
Correct.
Woo.
Now, that's a huge problem. I don't know if the judge machine don't work.
They better get on the judge machines.
But
hey, y'all need some judge machines down in Baltimore.
That's a big issue. I also believe coaching is an issue.
Yes.
Because you've made Lamar put this cape on, and now you want him to take the cape off, and he don't know how to.
It's trust. It's trust. I don't want to sound all, prophetic about it, but it's trust. When you don't trust your teammates, like look at the pass he threw Bateman in the end zone. Bateman hands a stone Bateman, and he dropped the ball. He threw a ball to Nelson Aguilar. I remember that guy who came on the news and said, yeah, we had to catch all the babies throwing out the window and stuff. Unlike Aguilar. Aguilar, you had a touchdown in your hands, buddy, and you dropped it. I mean, what else can Lamar Jackson do? And that's when he starts to run, put the ball around, lose focus on what's going on. He gets a fumble, throws a bad interception because he's trying to do it all. And this team is too talented for that to happen. And you're right. Somebody needs to start looking at a hardball because Joe is he's not. I mean, when is the last he won a Super Bowl? That give you a pass, but how long is that pass good for? How long is that hall pass good for?
Hell, in Baltimore, it wasn't good the next year.
Because they didn't win. Definitely. And Pittsburgh, to me, they lucky they was playing home,
And what's crazy? Right, Pittsburgh is not going to the division now.
And that's terrible. That's terrible.
But I also think that people sleep on Pittsburgh.
No, we don't. I don't sleep on Pittsburgh
because
I don't think their quarterback's that great. I don't
Yeah,
think
he's
the
not.
quarterback is going to be able to get them into a place where they can be in the playoffs and realistically win.
The defense is good. They built Pittsburgh. They built Pittsburgh like Baltimore built back in the day with Trent Dilfer.
They just missing some more pieces though.
So
They
the problem
missing some
is
pieces.
all their wide receivers have left.
Yes.
As Mike Tomlin called it, all his headaches have gone.
Pittsburgh got rid of Chase Claypool. They got rid of some people.
AB,
Tony O'Brien,
Bell.
I mean, they got rid of a lot of people.
Connor.
James Conner doing his thing over in Arizona. Right, they got rid of a lot of people. I don't think this team, if they get a chance, that they'll actually be that good.
Juju.
They'll be that good. Yeah, Juju Smith-Schuster. I mean, that whole squad was lit. But you know what? One bad apple can spoil the bunch. All right, so moving on to the next game here. All right, what game do you want to go to here?
Let's talk about the Bengals.
All right, Cincinnati, Arizona, comeback game, get right back game. A lot of people thought this might be a game to get right back with, but I thought the Arizona Cardinals were going to actually handle the Cincinnati Bengals, and to my dismay, they got beat up. Joe Burrow, 36 for 46, 317 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. He only missed 10 passes. Wow. Joe Mixon, 25 for 81, no touchdowns.
He threw 19 to 15 to Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase, 15 for 192, 3 tutties. Woo.
He had a 63 yarder.
Yeah, where is his running partner? His running partner's injured, isn't he? T. Higgins.
You talking about
T. Higgins?
He wants out.
Yeah, he's injured. That's what I'm saying. He's injured.
Yeah, but he wants out.
Yeah, he wants out because Joe ain't Joe right now. But he's probably looking. He's not gonna get paid either because he know they're gonna pay Jamar. Who else?
But I mean, this is not a good win.
I don't think it is either. I think it's a game where they fine-tuned some stuff and got a little bit of a little bit of confidence to themselves that they can actually do it again, feel good about some stuff. But you're right, this ain't a good win because
the Cardinals aren't anybody.
Yeah, they aren't anybody.
I mean, they beat Dallas, and they called Dallas the right time.
Yep. And they was gonna beat my Giants until the Giants came back.
Well, they were gonna be watching too.
James Conner's determination. They should have won that game. But James Conner got some determination to him. And the kid Joshua Dobbs, man, you gotta give it to this kid, man. This dude comes in, learns the playbook, and then he just does his thing, man. And he's done it many a times.
So what do you think?
18 for 32, 162, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
So what do you think about them not reactivating Kyler Murray?
Oh, he's going. Kyler Murray's not coming back this year. They could have put him on an injured reserve, right? They could have put him on injured reserve, but I think that has to do with money. Put him on injured reserve, they have to that money becomes guaranteed or something like that. So
I think he gets paid anyway, though, doesn't he?
But I think he gets paid his regular check, not his. There's a $90 million clause in there, so if he starts on the injury list or something like that. Let me not speculate. Let me look this up. Kyler Murray. Murray's current tornado in place. He will miss at least 4 games. So he's on the pup list. They could have activated him, right? He's gonna make a base salary of $2 million.
Oh, I know what it is. It's 26.8 million. 26.8 million. And injury guarantees.
That's what I was gonna say. It's injuries. There you go. So is some money guaranteed in there if he gets injured? if he gets injured, like I said, 2023 workout bonus.
It's 56 million coming, and he has a potential of 92 million that are only protected by the injury guarantee clause.
Exactly.
So they place him on the pup list.
If he gets injured or he continues to stay on the pup list, his money's get that 90 million of his fully guaranteed his guaranteed contract is guaranteed.
He can stay on the pup list. He can't go on the injury list.
Exactly. So he can't. That's why they don't want to play him, because if he gets injured, he has that injury clause in there. Wow.
I mean, nobody else want him.
Don't nobody want that guy. Like I said, he is to me, he's not the answer there at all. All right, moving on to the next game. I got what game was good? All right,
let's talk about that Dallas game.
Let's talk about that Dallas game.
Hold on, we're gonna get it. Okay, because the game's about to come on anyway. Let's speed it up a little bit. So let's talk about that Dallas game. 42-10. 42-10.
Let's talk about those three picks.
Did you see 42-10 with them?
Did you see Michael Parsons come out and say, we're the exact same team as they are?
Yeah, and get munched and get beat down. I love it because, I mean, that guy talks a lot of trash. He talks a lot of crap. Most of the time he backs it up. But what they did to him, they ran at him, they ran stunts at him. He didn't know who was coming to block him. It was eating him up. I was looking at it and said, wow.
I can tell you where Dallas lost that.
Where's that at?
When they went 16 of 26 for 161 by the receiving court.
Oh yeah, and that's because of the pressure that the 49ers were generating. But also Dak was making some bad reads, man.
I mean, Dak always is. That's why he's Dak. You know, he has to get his hip thrust in.
He's stupid. He does. So Dak was getting hurried. I'm not gonna lie, they were beating him down, right? And I was watching it. I said, this is not gonna be good, man, because the way CMC was running, and that kid should be up for MVP. Just to put it out there, that kid should be up for MVP. And the fact that tight end was just going at him, just killing him. Dak, look at his stats. He was 14 for 24. He threw the ball 24 times, and he didn't connect on 10 of those passes. 153 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions. Cooper Rush came in 2 for 2, 8 yards, no interceptions, no touchdowns. Tony Pollard rushed 8 carries for 29 yards. Wow. CeeDee Lamb,
Brock Purdy,
49 yards.
Brock Purdy was 17 of 24 for 252.
And that's the thing. Brock Purdy, do you know what his salary is?
Nothing.
He's making $800,000 this year. $800,000. Don't get me started on Daniel Jones, $40 million he making this year.
Yeah, but Brock Purdy gonna hurt him though.
Oh, he gonna hurt their pocket because they ain't gonna let him go. They ain't gonna let him. If they let him go, they stupid. But check it out though. He's unlike all the other first round picks. They don't have him for 4 years, 5 years. They don't have him 4 or 5 years. Franchise him if you want him. He gonna make more money than he ever made.
Brock Purdy is scheduled to make $870,000 this year.
That's highway robbery, man. That is
his signing bonus was only $77,000.
He probably still staying with his mom.
No. So he one of the offensive linemen.
He got a roommate.
Live together.
That's right. I forgot he got a roommate. That is not the greatest story ever right there for that kid, Brock Purdy. But all right, let's get into the game though. So What surprised you about this game besides Dallas losing by that large of a margin?
How bad they played.
In what aspect? Where? Special teams, offense, defense, where?
Offense.
Offense. Would you attribute that to Dak, play calling, running game issues, offensive line, or what?
Play calling. Dak. Running back. I think.
So basically, the whole offense.
Yeah, I mean, they said Kellen
Winslow was the issue.
wasn't that big of a deal.
No,
But I don't think Mike McCarthy.
Kellen Moore.
Yeah, Kellen Moore. I don't think Mike McCarthy can do anything. He doesn't believe in running the ball.
He's just making it simple.
Yeah, he doesn't believe in running the ball, though. He's not a running coach.
No, if you look at what he did with Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers, they don't run the ball as much. They run the ball when they got the game in hand.
And if you put the ball in Dak Prescott's hand 30-plus times, you're going to have numbers like you got now.
And they just put it a shade. Dak needs to stay below 20 passes a game, in my opinion. If you look at he's 17 for 24, 252. Sorry. I was looking at Brock Purdy stats. He's 14 for 24. Stay right in the 20, but he's got to do some about his interceptions.
I think you got to run the ball too. I mean, Tony Pollard is not an every down back.
That's what they miss. Zeke. What about Rico Dowdle? He had a couple of runs. Where's Brandon Cooks? Where's all this speed that they said they were going to get on offense? Where's all this speed going? And CeeDee Lamb, is CeeDee Lamb a good route runner, or is he just a guy that's going to run past somebody and get over?
I mean, you got Micah Gallup, but who are you keying on? You're shifting over, and you're gonna do a safety over the top and a linebacker underneath. CeeDee Lamb. I'll let Michael Gallup beat me.
Oh yeah, because his hands ain't good. His hands ain't that good.
Brandon Cook. All you gotta do is don't let him get past you.
Exactly. Have a safety over the top. Check this out. Look at this. Why does CeeDee Lamb have the same targets as Tony Pollard? They both have 4 receptions. Not targets, but receptions.
Yeah. They both have the same number of targets.
They're targets, same targets too. You telling me you target your number 1 receiver the same time as much as you target your running back? And what they're really missing, in my opinion, is David Schultz. You got Jake Ferguson, a kid out of Wisconsin, but he's not.
He's not ready.
Exactly.
Who's there teaching him?
And Kevontae Turpin got injured. He's the only person who scored a touchdown.
Who's teaching your rookie tight end? Luke?
Nobody. Luke Schoonmaker, he's a rookie.
That's what I'm saying. You got, I mean, 2 rookies back there trying to learn from each other.
They need to have one of those. They need Jason Witten to come back and teach on the Cowboys staff, if you ask me.
They need to get him out the booth because he's horrible.
All right, so since time's a premium here, we want to get and watch this Monday night game. I got my grandson over here tonight, so all right, so the Jets and the Broncos. What surprised you about this game?
That Russell Wilson was actually had a job still.
I love the banter. I love the whole fact that they gave Hackett the game ball at the end of this, and that Sean Payton is going through it right now. Sean Payton is going through it with this team. I mean, I don't know what's wrong with this team. I believe it's their defense and a little bit of offense and Russell Wilson mainly.
I believe it's a combination. It's Sean Payton and Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Because I listened to an article by Marshawn Lynch. And he said that they had the same problem in Seattle. And Pete Carroll alienated everybody on the team for Russell Wilson. And Russell thought, he was the best thing ever. And I think,
well, yeah, he always acquiesced to we lost a bit there, T. But he always acquiesced to Russell when he was over there in Seattle. When my boy comes back up, 512-539-0686. Holla at your boy. Call the show if you want to be part of the program. Got a couple more teams we're going to go through before we end the show here tonight. But yes, he did acquiesce to Russell Wilson a lot, and he was in Denver. I just think this team hasn't gelled enough. I just think that Russell Wilson hasn't gelled with the coaching style that he's used to. He's used to doing his own thing. The Jets, on the other hand, they just got a whole mess going on over there, but they're fighting through it. I think the score is indicative of where the teams are right now. Jets have a better defense.
Jets have a better quarterback.
And the Jets have a younger quarterback, in my opinion. And Denver has an older quarterback who's stuck in his ways with a good defense, and they're not getting anywhere. So. All right, so KC, Minnesota, nothing new here. Travis Kelce got injured, came back and played. No Swift, no gift, no nothing. Kirk Cousins is who he was and who he'll always be. Very highly paid starting backup. Let's see.
They got no running game.
They don't. Once you got rid of Dalvin Cook, nobody's scared, and they all coming up. They all sticking to Jefferson. Jefferson got injured in this game too.
And that hurts Cousins. Because if Cousins have a running game, he can't do anything.
Oh yeah, because they're all going to come right at him. Madison's got to pick it up a little bit. But do you see Kirk Cousins getting traded?
No.
What about a Daniel Jones in Minnesota?
No.
Kirk Cousins was 29 he threw the ball 47 times for 284 yards, 2 touchdowns.
What about a Zach Wilson in Minnesota?
What's that?
What about a Zach Wilson?
That's not bad because he got a long arm. Madison, he only carried the ball 8 times for 26 yards. Wow. That's crazy. And all these wide receivers, but the line to me is something that he's lacking up there. Plus, I just don't think Kirk Cousins is a guy, in my opinion, he got in this league and he's like, you know what? I'm going to try to see how long I can stay.
Now, I'll ask you this question.
What's that?
I'll ask you this question.
Go ahead.
Would you rather see Kirk Cousins in Minnesota, or would you rather see him in Dallas?
Nah, keep that dude in Minnesota.
Because I think he'd hurt us in Dallas.
Yeah, I don't want him in Dallas because he's accurate and he'll get the ball where he needs to go better than Dak. He ain't more athletic than Dak, but he is a little bit smarter.
He's smarter.
Yeah, he's smarter. I don't want nobody else coming to the NFC. All right, so moving on to your game, Chicago and Washington. They put a 40 burger on your Washington, and you were at this game. I was
at the game. I've never been to a game and heard the Boo Birds.
I know that's weird, especially since it's your team. Explain.
In the first quarter.
In the first quarter.
In the first quarter.
When I was watching this game, I was saying, what are they doing? Why is, when you guys first came out, Sam Howell threw that interception? It was just bad.
So here's what happened. Jack Del Rio bent Emmanuel Ford.
He got hurt too.
And started St. Jude Pierre.
Oh,
and he got
is terrible.
And he got toasted. And then they brought Forbes in on the nickel. And they wouldn't throw to Forbes. When they put Forbes on number 2, he didn't do anything. When they rotated back over to St. Jude, he got toasted.
And they were using motion to make sure they got juiced on him. Because they started up with old boy at the top. Went in motion, but y'all was in man. No, not in man. Y'all was in zone. So they passed it off, and it passed on the juice again, and he was getting burnt. Every time I looked at him, he was in trail mode.
I think Ron Rivera is done.
He was trail mix.
Ron Rivera said there was arms crossed.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot to it. Last week, I think it's all carryover from last week. Yep. You sit there with your arms folded, and you don't call a timeout and overtime to hold the kicker. You come in
You
this
come in
week
this week
and
and
you're
you're
lackluster.
lackluster.
Jack Del
Jack
Rio's
Del
calling a
Rio's calling
vanilla
a vanilla
defense.
defense.
You're calling
You call
vanilla offensive
vanilla offensive
plays.
plays.
You're holding
You're
Eric
holding
Bieniemy
Eric Bieniemy
back,
back,
and you're holding
and
the
you're holding
quarterback
the
back.
quarterback back.
I noticed when after halftime, whatever y'all came back and did after halftime, was working. Whatever was going on, y'all was moving the ball, and then all of a sudden, the defense just couldn't stay up. You know who to me on that team is? He talks more. He makes a few plays, but he's a lot of mouth.
Young,
Yes, Chase Young. Y'all defensive end is just a mouthpiece. He doesn't provide nobody's scared of him. I don't think he's fully healed off that knee. I don't think he'll ever come back from that knee.
he's done.
He's done.
His career is done. You don't have that explosion anymore.
Allen broke the
Allen
sack
broke the sack
record,
record.
the all-time sack record.
Yeah. Allen is good.
But they're gonna pay Sweat.
They gotta play Sweat.
You know, I think you go and you trade Young.
Yeah.
I think you trade running back.
Okay.
Not Robinson. But I think you get rid of some of these guys that we have in the running back room. I think it's time for Antonio Gibson to go.
Yeah, he dropped some passes. I was watching him. He fumbled the ball once. He's good for a fumble a game, it seems, every other game.
I think that Kwame Brown.
Diami Brown?
Diami Brown, excuse me, needs to go. Because he's dropped three in the end zone.
Yeah, I watched those in the end zone. That was crazy.
Um,
Logan Thomas needs to get down, first of all. Stop trying to gain yards. I mean, I'm not gonna kill him on that, but
I thought the play was dead.
I think the play should have been called dead as well. But when you in that instance, if I'm ever playing, I'm just gonna fall. I'm gonna get my knees on the ground just so I can kill the play myself. That's just
But
me.
I think they need to bring Pringle and Cole Turner more into the offense.
Yeah.
And Dotson. But I also think these receivers do not fit
They're too
the
small.
enemy's offense.
To me, they're just a little. They're not fast enough, and they're not. Some of them need to be a little taller.
Yeah, we have a short receiving core.
Yeah, you do have a very short receiving core. But like Terry McLaurin is like your. I mean, he's different, definitely different. But Chicago was just they were coming off a emotional thing. Dick Butkus. I don't think they knew until halftime, but they were pretty jacked up. That kid was running. But my thing is, you do have to make adjustments, right? Why is DJ Moore? Why did nobody have a double? Why didn't they help him?
So they did.
Why did they give him help?
They did.
Who else is gonna hurt you though?
They helped him underneath. And they just burned both of them.
But my thing is, who else is gonna hurt you on that Bears team? Who besides the quarterback and DJ Moore's left?
The problem is that they were keying on field.
Yeah, they're keying on him running.
And running quarterbacks have always killed it.
Yeah, definitely.
But
All right, so let's move into this last game. Game I don't really want to talk about.
them New York Giants.
All right, 512-529-0686. I tried to get Shabazz on here too. They gave him the thing, but Shabazz scared him. You know Shabazz.
Oh, you know Shabazz ain't coming on. You know Shabazz ain't coming on the air.
All right, the Giants lost to the Miami Dolphins 31-16, right? I want you to listen to this stat. Daniel Jones was 14 for 20, 119 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. Tyrod Taylor was 9 for 12, 86 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. So both quarterbacks combined went for 23 for 32 for 208 205 yards. 23-32 for 205 yards. No touchdown.
No. 183 yards.
Sorry, 183 yards. 183 yards. That's crazy. So you gotta look at that, right? And then you got Gray, 12 carries, 25 yards.
Who is great?
He from Oklahoma. He was our 6th round. Matt Breida, this guy, what is he doing? I mean, this is terrible. And then you got Darren Waller, our leading receiver, 8 receptions, 86 yards, no touchdowns. He dropped a touchdown. I mean, they dropped on some passes in, but definitely there's a lot going on. We had penalties in here. Oh my goodness. Penalties out the wazoo in here for the Giants. While Tua Tagovailoa went 22 for 38, 308 yards, 2 touchdowns. We were +3 in the turnover ratio with a touchdown by our defense. Now, any other team in the National Football League you would think would win that game, but we lost by 15.
So
something's wrong with this organization.
Here's the problem right here. Tua Tagovailoa went for 308 yards. Tyreek Hill had 181 yards.
Devon A. was killing us. 11 carries, 151.
And one touchdown for each of them. We all know the Giants don't have a fast secondary.
Not at all.
Banks is not healthy.
Yeah. I don't think Banks, the way Banks is playing, to me, he's more of a, and this is my thing, right? When you got guys that are faster than you, why do you give them 10 yards to start?
He has to.
But this is my thing. You're a physical corner. Jam them dudes.
But he can't. He didn't do it a lot of ground either. Because he didn't have that makeup speed.
They got to figure it out, man. They got to jam those guys because why am I going to give a guy a free release? Because Tua works off of timing. Everything is set. This guy's here. This guy's there. It's quick. It's fast. If we jam him, get him off that route, it's going to help you a bit, but I just don't understand.
Banks is a zone corner.
He's a zone corner, right? He's not a man-to-man.
No, he's a zone corner.
And you had Cornell Flott on the team. Pinnock, to me, came out. He's been a guy who's came up. You know, he's worked his way in the roster to actually play, and he had that one bright spot. Our offense hasn't scored. The Giants' offense has not scored. They haven't scored in a touchdown. The defense has scored, but not the offense. In the first
do you believe it's Daniel Jones, or do you believe that they changed the offense?
No, this is the same offense from last year. They just added more pieces that help him. Daniel Jones is a one-read guy to me. He doesn't go through his progressions that quickly. But also the talent on offensive line doesn't help the fact that he needs more time.
I mean, I'll take the one read over Sam Howell, who reads 1 through 9 and still don't get rid of the ball.
I'll take a line like this. Offensive line is abysmal. When you can't even run for 1 yard or 2 yards and get positive yards out of it. Our offensive lineman went off sides 3 times in a row. And he's our starting left tackle. But right now, because Thomas is injured. Our defense, I watched the play where Kayvon Thibodeau got handled by a tight end. Just sucked up, handled. A lot of the plays I watched him do, he gets attached. He tries to go inside too much. A defensive end, I was always told, because I played defensive end in high school, right? Defensive end, our job is to contain, then rush the pass. Contain, then rush the pass. Contain, run, then rush the pass. Or contain and run at the same time, rush the pass. He always rushes the pass He never contains. That's why quarterbacks flow to his side. They love playing against him because he's so eager to try to get a sack instead of doing the fundamentals of his job, which is to contain the edge, to not let the quarterback get out. Fundamentally, something's wrong with him. And our offensive line is just big guys who lack. I don't think that they don't have gusto. Like your offensive line has to be big, thick guys that that are mean. Our offensive line is too passive.
I don't think y'all have linebackers.
Okereke is okay. Everybody else trash.
Because you have to have the right linebackers to have the right scheme. And I believe you guys' scheme is for Thibodeau to rush.
And Wink's scheme, you're right. Wink's scheme, to me, his scheme is an amoeba scheme. It's not a 4-3, it's not a 3-4, it's not a 5-2-3 base or something like that. A 5-3-3. It's whatever he has, it's set up to confuse the quarterback. That's all it is. 512-539-0686. All right. We're going to get ready to break this off because the game has started already. What do you got on tonight's game? Real quick before we go.
Man, if Green Bay don't hang a 30 bag on them Raiders,
Yeah.
I don't know what to say about J Love. And he's already 2 for 3 for 12 yards.
12 yards. That's not good. All right, brother. So we're going to see what's going to go on with this game.
Jimmy G's back.
Huh?
Jimmy G's back. Yeah. He's 3 for 3 for 35 yards already.
I didn't know that. Look at a heavy dose of old boy coming out, too. Tonight for the Raiders.
Josh Jacobs?
Yep. He got one
He's
carry.
negative 2 yards on 2 carries.
It's going to be fun, though. All right, T-Buddy, man. Hey, appreciate you getting on. I don't want to keep you long. I know it's a
appreciate you having me.
Hey, we got Monday night. We're going to get back into it, get in the flow of things again, man. Just have some stuff going on. But we're going to get back in the flow of things. Definitely, we got to talk about this upcoming week of games. It's definitely going to be something that's going to be talked about. My Giants are 1-4. Your team's got at least 2 wins. But
I think Baltimore about to go over the border and get smacked again.
Hey, I gotta look at this because I don't trust Lamar as much as I used to. I really don't. I don't trust Lamar as I used to. Not to say I don't trust Lamar. I don't trust the head coach as much as I used to. Put it that way. So, all right, hey, that concludes tonight, bro. I appreciate you, man. We gotta talk menu sometime, bro. Again,
I just smoked wings. I just smoked some buffalo wings tonight. I did some fried potatoes, topped with some crab meat, some mini sliders, some bow tie, pasta salad, a little rice with some pounded pork chops and some teriyaki sauce.
Here, I only had a poke bowl. I had a poke bowl from HEB.
I mean, I'm trying to figure out how to get out there. Because I need to get me a new cowboy hat and boots.
New cowboy hat boots?
Yeah, man.
All right. Send me your size, but I'll go ahead and look out there for you, man. Send
All
me
right.
your size for boots and your hat, bro. All right?
All right.
All right, man. Enjoy the evening, man. And enjoy all that delicious food you just told me about.
Oh, yeah, man. I've passed through all week. You have a blessed one, man. Tell the wife I said hello.
All right, you too, man.
All right.
I'll let you, man. Appreciate you.
Holla.